Hello students, welcome to chemistry online classes. Tunga PU College Jalkhandi. Chemical bonding lesson is going on, lecture 10. In previous video you might have seen clearing VSEPR theory, and VSEPR theory, how to predict the shapes of molecules is going on. For VSEPR theory we have finished in previous video predicting shapes, geometry of the molecule having lone pairs. Okay, that theory is over, and now let us take some examples. Let us discuss some examples in detail. Okay, so topic is again VSEPR theory, predicting shapes of molecules with lone pairs. Now lone pairs are there. Of course you know that if lone pairs are present, then what happens? Then geometry will be different and shape will be different. All these things we have seen in previous video. Okay, so what we have seen in previous video, quick revise I will do. If molecule is AB2E type, AB2E type, okay, two bond pairs, E means lone pair, one lone pair. Then geometry and shape we have discussed, shape becomes bent. If molecule is AB2E2, again bent. If molecule is AB3E, AB3E, then trigonal pyramidal. AB3E2 T shape. AB4E, only one lone pair. AB4E, that time seesaw. AB4E2 square planar, AB5E square pyramidal. Okay, that all things I have written here. See it properly. Already all these things are over. Now let us take some examples. Student, first example I will take methane molecule. Methane molecule is already taught to you. Yes, and that is the molecule which don't have lone pair, but I am taking that example because I want to compare methane molecule with ammonia. Okay, so just methane I am drawing only for comparison purpose. Let us look to the board. Friends, we will start here with methane molecule. Methane is CH4. Okay, now predict the shape of methane molecule. Student, how to go? Central atom, tell. Central atom carbon. I am just underlining central atom carbon. Carbon has how many valence electrons? Fast I will go little here. Valence electrons. Carbon has how many valence electrons? 4. How many bonds carbon has formed with hydrogen? CH4. Carbon has formed 4 bonds with hydrogen. So bond pairs also 4. Both are equal. How many valence electron? That many bond pairs. Okay, means lone pair is not there. Okay, and that's why molecule becomes what? C stands AB4. How to write this? A is central atom, bond pairs 4. I am not writing anything after that because lone pair is not there. So E2 I am not writing. AB4, directly you can predict the geometry as tetrahedral. Okay, like this VSEPR theory predicts the geometry quickly. So geometry you can tell very easily by VSEPR theory. Here lone pair is not there, so geometry and shape both are same. Geometry is also tetrahedral, shape is also tetrahedral. Let us draw methane molecule. Tetrahedral methane molecule, while drawing, I will draw like this. C okay, H4. Tetrahedral shape it is. In methane bond angle is always 109.5 degree. Bond angle I want to tell you, whenever geometry shape is tetrahedral, that time bond angle is always 109.5. This forever you have to remember. Minimum. All bond angles not necessary, but minimum which you should remember here. Methane, the best example of tetrahedral, has bond angle 109.5 degree. Okay, this is what you should know. Methane molecule is just I have written for reference. This is the molecule without lone pair, so we are not going to consider it in this category. Now I am telling you molecules in which central atom has a lone pair. So let us take our first example. Student, first example we will take ammonia molecule. Ammonia molecule NH3. How to predict the shape? Orally, just directly also you can predict the shape if you will be knowing these things properly. Okay, I hope you remembered all these things. Then, how to predict the shapes here? Nitrogen, central atom. Nitrogen has how many valence electrons? 5. Is it? 5 valence electrons. I am writing here valence electron, short form I will write VE. Okay, you write down valence electron. Valence electrons of nitrogens are 5. In ammonia, how many bonds you can see? Nitrogen has formed 3 hydrogen bonds with hydrogen. So, bond pairs 3. Correct. 5 valence electron, 3 bond pairs. So, lone pair left is 1. So, lone pair I am writing 1. Therefore, which molecule? Molecule is similar to A, B3, bond pairs 3, electron pair 1. AB3E. If AB3E molecule is there, so see your previous class notes, previous lecture notes. In that we have written for AB3E, what is the geometry? Or students, for geometry you can also call as expected shape. Geometry means expected shape. And then actual, which shape it exert. Actual shape is different and expected is different. Okay. For AB3E, how to guess geometry or expected shape? Total electron pairs C. Total electron pairs. Bond pairs 3, lone pair 1. Total electron pairs 4. Whenever total electron pairs 4, expected is tetrahedral. Okay, see prediction. Geometry we predicted tetrahedral. But what is actual shape seen for AB3E? Which is actual shape? I have written all actual shapes there. There you can see that actual shape. Whatever is seen for AB3E type of molecule is trigonal pyramidal. So shape I will write trigonal pyramid. Okay, like this you can guess geometry very geometry also, shape also very easily using VSEPR theory. Let us draw this shape, trigonal pyramidal ammonia molecule. See here. So students, you can see very well that downside there is a triangle and it is forming one pyramid. One lone pair is upside. So geometry becomes trigonal pyramid. Okay. Now here question is bond angle. In ammonia, bond angle very important, remember 107 degree. Bond angle is 107 degree. So here it's very important to know why ammonia has bond angle 107. Okay. Because expected geometry was tetrahedral and tetrahedral always has bond angle 109.5. If molecule is tetrahedral, bond angle must be 109.5. But still ammonia has bond angle 107. Okay. So this question is important. Now see how you should write the answer. Why bond angle is 107? The thing is, you should write ammonia In ammonia, nitrogen has one lone pair. Okay, which is absent in normal tetrahedral methane molecule. Lone pair is not there. In ammonia, nitrogen has one lone pair according to VACPR postulates. According to VACPR theory, yes, what we have seen, important postulate of VACPR theory, repulsion between lone pair is more than lone pair, bond pair is more than bond pair. Students, here applicable is only this. Repulsion between lone pair, bond pair. Can you see this? Lone pair, bond pair repulsion is more. This repulsion is more. Bond pair. This is also bond pair. This repulsion is more. Repulsion between lone pair, bond pair is more than bond pair. This repulsion is more than this repulsion. So what happens? Due to repulsion, these NH bonds are pushed down. Okay, these NH bonds are pushed down. As they are pushed down, bond angle reduces from 109.5 to 107. Okay, so repulsion is greater, therefore NH bonds are pushed down. So what happens? Bond angle reduces. How much reduces? From 109.5 to 107 degree. Bond angle reduces from 109.5. What is 109.5? This is the standard angle, bond angle for tetrahedral geometry. And therefore shape changes to trigonal pyramidal. Okay, I hope you understood the molecule very well. This was our first molecule, ammonia molecule. Everything write down as it is. Question is, why ammonia? Ammonia bond angle, never forget students. Ammonia always have bond angle 107. It is expected that geometry was expected tetrahedral and bond was expected 109.5. But these changes takes place due to presence of one lone pair. Okay. So after this first molecule, explanation is over and we'll go for next molecule, which is water molecule. Okay, here I will not rub everything. I will just continue with the things. See here students, water molecule. Okay students, what is our next molecules here? Next what molecule is water molecule. Again one of the very important molecule. Okay, in water molecule, who is central atom? Oxygen. So central atom, oxygen has how many valence electrons? Oxygen has how many valence electrons? 6. Just one understanding. Water molecule, central atom oxygen, valence electrons are 6. Oxygen is forming how many bonds with hydrogen? H2O, 2. OH, OH, 2 bonds are there. So bond pairs I am writing 2. Lone pair case students, total valence electrons are 6. Out of that 2 bond pairs. Left 4 electron means how many lone pairs will be there? 2 lone pairs will be there. Okay. So molecule type tell now. A, B2, B2 2 bond pairs, electron pairs, lone pairs also 2. So what type of molecule it is? It is Ab2E2 type of molecule. For Ab2E2 type of molecule, what is geometry or expected shape, total 4, so tetrahedral, and Ab2E2 shape becomes bent shape. That's a water molecule. How I will draw, students? See here. See there, Ab2E2, it will be bent shape. Okay. Bond angle, see students, bond angle here becomes 104.5 degree. This is what very important. Okay, so we'll see this example. We are going to see this example because of this reason only. Why water has bond angle 104.5 degree. Generally, for water, expected shape was tetrahedral. As expected shape was tetrahedral, expected angle was 109.5. Okay, then why water has very less bond angle as 104.5 degree? Because here you can see that in water molecule two lone pairs are there, and according to VSEPR theory, what happens? Lone pair repulsion is highest. According to VSEPR theory, repulsion between lone pair is highest as compared to lone pair bond pair, as compared to bond pair. In water molecule, you can see all type of electron pairs. Repulsion between lone pair is very high. Again, repulsion between lone pair and bond pair is very high as compared to bond pair and bond pair. So in water molecule, you saw lone pairs are also repelling, lone pair bond pairs are also repelling, and bond pairs are also repelling. But this repulsion is high. Due to this high repulsion, these OH bonds are pushed down, and that's why bond angle changes from 109.5 to 104.5. Understood well? So here what is question? Why water molecule has bond angle 104.5 degree? What is answer? In water, oxygen has two lone pairs. According to VSEPR theory, repulsion between lone pair is much higher. Now you should write all these. Higher than lone pair bond pair, than bond pair. That's why OH bonds, see here, OH bonds are pushed down, bond angle reduces to 104.5 degree and shape changes to bent shape. Okay. I hope you understood what reason is there for this bond angle. Now students, let us move towards. Okay, so here student note down. We compared with methane. Now there are three molecules in front of you: methane, ammonia, water. Always study these three molecules together. Which three? Methane, ammonia, water. What is common in all these three molecules? All these three molecules are having tetrahedral geometry. Geometry is tetrahedral for all three. But methane molecule don't have any lone pair. So its shape is also same. Geometry and shape same, tetrahedral. Ammonia has one lone pair. So shape changes from tetrahedral to trigonal pyramidal. Water has two lone pairs. So shape changes from tetrahedral to bent shape, and bond angles also changes. I hope you understood this much. Let us move towards next molecule. Ozone molecule I am drawing. Next molecule, ozone. We'll see how to predict the shape of ozone. Ozone, so many times Lewis dot structure you have drawn while drawing resonance and all. Then you know that in ozone 3 oxygen molecules are there. Already you know the Lewis dot structure. Once I will draw it right. I am drawing Lewis dot structure for ozone. See here. What happens here? One electron is donated Okay, this all already you know. Now directly predict geometry according to VSEPR theory student. How to predict geometry? Central atom. See, central atom is second oxygen. Yes, central atom has how many bond pairs? 1, 2. Don't consider this as double bond and two bonds. No. In VSEPR theory postulate, repeatedly I have told you that. One of the postulate tells you that if multiple bond is there, then it is considered as single super pair. Okay, multiple bonds, double bond, triple bond are also considered as single bonds. Okay, so single bonds remain single, double also you should consider single bond, triple also you should consider single bond. So in ozone very well you can see that there are two bond pairs and one lone pair. So molecule is similar to what Cl students? Two bond pairs AB2, one lone pair for the central oxygen. So AB2E. If molecule is AB2E type of molecule, then student, what is geometry? Yes, you have to guess the geometry and you have to tell me the shape. AB2E. Now total 2 plus 1, 3. So geometry becomes trigonal planar. But for AB2E, shape will be bent shape. Directly you can say here AB2E bent shape will be there. Like this, very easily using VSEPR theory you can predict shape of any molecule. Let us take next example, SF4 molecule. Important molecule here student, SF4 molecule. Gone understanding properly? In SF4 molecule, which is central atom, of course sulfur. Sulfur has how many valence electron? Sulfur has valence electron 6. Is it? Out of 6, how many bonds are formed with fluorine? 4 bonds are formed. So left is one lone pair. So bond pairs I am writing 4 and lone pair is only 1. So molecule is similar to what? Bond pairs 4 and lone pair is 1. AB4E. I am writing this. Okay. For AB4E, what is geometry and what is shape? Yes, AB4E, total 5 means, of course, geometry is trigonal bipyramidal. All these things you have to remember students. Previous lectures, all these things I have taught you. All that things keep on remembering. Like that only, don't see video and keep. Unless and until you remember all these things, then only next things you will go on understanding. Whenever 5 electron pairs will be there, always geometry will be trigonal bipyramidal. And shape for AB4E will be seesaw shape. You can see here AB4E, seesaw shape. Okay, keep remembering the things. Yes students, now SF4 structure we will see some extra things. For example, why shape becomes seesaw? Okay, so here I will do one thing. Sulfur, okay, I should show 4 bond pairs and 1 lone pair. To show lone pair, I am having 2 options. I can show lone pair at axial position or I can show lone pair to the equatorial position. I will take in this position here, I will show lone pair to equatorial position. Here I am showing lone pair to axial position. If lone pair is at equatorial position, what happens? Let us see. And in second, I will write lone pair is at axial position. Okay. Now see students. 3 3 like this. Triangle is there, equatorial position, one up and one will be down. If lone pair is present at equatorial position, equator position, any of this, here if lone pair is present, okay, then what will happen? Let us see. Imagine lone pair is like this, equatorial position, like this axial positions are there, here bond pairs, okay. At equatorial position, if lone pair is there, it will repel two axial bond pairs. It will repel two axial bond pairs. So I will write it repels two axial bond pairs or lone pair bond pair repulsion is 2. Okay, at equatorial these two will be repelled. Come to this. If lone pair is at axial position, if lone pair is at axial, then it will repel all three equatorial. Okay, so 3 lone pair bond pair repulsions present. Okay, if at equatorial position 2 lone pair bond pair repulsions, if at axial position 3 bond pair lone pair repulsions are there. Of course, you can see that here repulsion is less, and according to VSEPR theory postulate, what is told? Repulsion should be minimum. Therefore, lone pair remains at equatorial position for minimizing repulsion. Okay, and hence shape becomes seesaw shape. For minimum repulsion. Okay, seesaw shape will happen. How is seesaw shape, students? So here molecule will be like this, SF4 molecule, and that's why shape becomes like this and not like this. Okay, seesaw shape. In park you might have seen seesaw. Okay, so this is the stand of seesaw. These are the benches opposite side. Okay, F molecules are there. Like this SF4 molecule, I hope you have understood why SF4 molecule has seesaw shape, not geometry. Okay, let us move towards next molecule. CrF3 molecule we have started, students. So in CrF3 molecule, central atom is chlorine. Chlorine has how many valence electron? Of course, you know that chlorine is one of the halogen. All halogens have valence electrons 7. Okay, so valence electrons for chlorine, central atom I have underlined, valence electrons are 7. Bond pairs are 3. Chlorine has formed 3 bonds with 3 fluorines. Now see, out of 7, 3 bonds are formed. So of course lone pairs are 2. So lone pair I will write 2. So molecule is what type of molecule is from? AB3 E2. AB3 E2 type of molecule. If this type of molecule is there, what is its geometry and what is its shape? Very easily you can guess, student. AB total is 5. 5 is always trigonal bipyramidal. If number of electron pairs are 5, always geometry will be trigonal bipyramidal. Now shape AB3 E2 shape is T shape. This you have to remember. Okay, I have written at that corner. CaB3E2 should be always T-shape. Let us see how this happens. T-shape how takes place. Trigonal bipyramidal. So for chlorine I will draw like this. Okay, this is trigonal bipyramidal. Now in this I should show two lone pairs of electrons. Two lone pairs I will show here. And like this one pairs. Okay, so very easily you can see that for shape is written by arrangement of only one pairs. Lone pairs are not considered. I will hide these lone pairs. You can see this is T shape, English letter T. Then here student, like this CnF3 molecule gets T shape. Here one thing is there. You may think that where to keep these lone pairs of electrons. You may keep one lone pair here also at equatorial position. Can you keep like this if doubt is there? Always remember that according to VSEPR theory postulate, it is told that VSEPR theory postulate only based on repulsion. Theory postulate tells you that there should be always minimum repulsion. That's why lone pairs will always arrange themselves in such a way where they will get very less type of minimum type of repulsion. So they will arrange at such positions, and so don't change the position of lone pairs. Okay. So in ClF3 molecule you must keep both the lone pairs at equatorial positions. Why at equatorial position, students? See, if you will see equatorial position, this is what is there at equatorial position, correct? Complete angle 360. Okay, complete angle 360. So one angle will be 120 degree. So here there is an angle of 120 degree. Okay. If you consider axial positions are at an angle of 90 degree. So angle is less. Axial angles are pairs bonds are at angle of 90 degree to equatorial bonds. So 120 angle is little more angle as compared to 90. That's why lone pairs can move freely. Always remember, lone pair occupy more space. They need more space because they get attracted by single nucleus. Okay, so it is always correct to keep them here where bond angle is more, minimum repulsion will be there. Okay, so let us move towards few next molecules. Now student, directly orally, because it is at the end of predicting shapes and geometry. Yes, now you try please on yourself also. Here I will write what is geometry and what is shape. Last two molecules we will see for predicting geometry and shape according to VSEPR theory. Yes, orally let us do. See a XeF4 molecule. Directly how can you tell? Geometry different, shape different. Why different? Because lone pairs are present. Yes, Xe. Where you have seen this element? Xe is xenon. Xenon is one of the noble gas. Noble gas, 18 group element. So valence electrons will be 8. Okay. Central atom xenon has valence electrons 8. Bonds formed are 4. Okay, so AB4, bond pairs 4. Left are 4, so lone pairs became 2. So what type of molecule it is? A, bond pairs are 4, AB4, and lone pairs also 2, AB2, E2. For AB2, E2, total 4 plus 2, 6. For 6, geometry is always octahedral. And for AB2, E2, there you can see that shape becomes square planar. Okay, so like this you can predict geometry very easily. DrF5 molecule, see now. Again, central atom is which central atom? Bromine. Bromine is the central atom. Yes, bromine belongs to which? Where it is in periodic table. Of course, you will be knowing that Br, FCl, Bri. All these belong to 17 group halogens. Bromine is one of the halogen. Halogen always have valence electrons 7. So bromine's valence electron 7. Bonds formed 5. Lone pair 1. So molecule is what? A. Bonds formed 5. Lone pair 1. AB5E. Total 5 plus 1. Electron pairs are 6. 6 means geometry must be octahedral. But due to presence of lone pair, octahedral changes to what? AB5E, which shape is written here? Square pyramidal. So shape becomes square pyramid. Okay. Like this, student, we have seen VSEPR theory. Using VSEPR theory, how can we predict the shapes and geometries of the molecule? Revise everything properly. Now, before moving towards next theory, what limitation VSEPR theory is having? Let us see. So, this is limitation of VSEPR. This theory predicts shapes of molecule, but theoretically does not explain them. Explanation is not given, does not explain them. This is limitation of VSEPR theory. Prediction is correct only, but only prediction. Theoretically explanation is not given. That's why what happens here, limitation is over. This is the only limitation of VSEPR theory. So, based on quantum mechanics, two theories are introduced. Based on quantum mechanics, two theories are introduced. Which two theories? Of course, VBT is introduced and MOT. So students, let us move towards next theory, VBT theory. Of course, VBT theory is going to explain shapes of the molecule. Let us move towards VBT. Yes, students. Let us start VBT theory. Next theory, VBT theory. What is long form of VBT theory? Valence bond theory. Okay. We have just now seen that VSEPR theory can't explain shapes, only predicts. So next theory is VBT theory, valence bond theory. Valence bond theory is based on, see here, VBT, that is valence bond theory. Valence bond theory is based on, first thing, atomic orbitals. Students, you know what is atomic orbitals. Next, electronic configuration. VBT is also based on electronic configuration. Students, you also know electronic configuration very well. What and all things you should know to understand valence bond theory I am telling. It is based on atomic orbitals. That concept already is taught to you. Electronic configuration is taught to you very well. Next, it is based on overlapping of atomic orbitals. For atomic orbitals, I am using short form AOs. For molecular orbitals, we use the short form MOs. Okay. Overlapping of atomic orbitals, this thing you don't know, and it also is based on hybridization concept. Hybridization of AOs. Okay. So students, VBT theory is based on these 4 things. Out of that, 2 things already is taught to you, and you will be knowing very simple things are there. Atomic orbitals and electronic configuration writing you should be knowing. Plus you should be knowing overlapping, how atomic orbitals overlap, and you should be knowing how hybridization of atomic orbitals takes place. After knowing this only, we will start molecules according to VBT theory. But as you don't know these 2 things, first I will go for telling you overlapping and hybridization, that in next video. Now I will only introduce you for VBT theory. Okay. So students, let us see how hydrogen molecule is formed according to VBT theory. Okay. So why I am telling hydrogen molecule only? Because hydrogen is the simplest molecule. Only one electron is there. So it is the simplest molecule. How hydrogen forms? Let us imagine 2 hydrogen atoms are there. Of course, hydrogen molecule formula you know, H2 molecule. It is consist of 2 atoms. 2 unstable atoms are there. Hydrogen atoms are there. Consider one is A and one is B. Okay. When they are far away from each other, there are no forces acting between them. Attraction is also not there, repulsion is also not there. So how this forms a molecule? When they are far away from each other, both unstable atoms are away from each other, that time there exists no force of attraction and there exists no force of repulsion also. But when these 2 atoms start approaching each other, coming close to each other, when they start approaching each other, that time the forces, new attraction forces and repulsion forces begins to operate between them. There exists repulsion also, there exists attraction also. Okay. So then what happens? Now both will come close to each other, attraction is there, repulsion is there. Now let us see how attraction and repulsion takes place between them. Here I have written, consider formation of simplest H2 molecule, because sometimes question will be asked, that time you should be knowing the explanation. 2 hydrogen atoms approaching each other, A and B. When they are at large distance from each other, there are no interactions, and when they come close, both interactions will start. Attractive forces will do what? Of course, attractive forces brings 2 atoms close to each other. Of course, you know this. And repulsive forces will push them away from each other. Students, now see here. Imagine that this is our hydrogen atom A, and this is hydrogen atom B. Okay, imagine that 2 hydrogen atoms are now close to each other. They are about to form the bond. Nucleus of atom A I am showing as like this, Na. Nucleus of this I am showing Nb. Electron I am showing Ea. This I am showing Eb. Okay. Of course, you know that nucleus has positive charge and electrons are having negative charge. Nucleus positive, both Na, Nb both positive, Ea, Eb both negative. Electrons are negative. Now students, you should tell me where exists attraction and where exists repulsion. Let us write attractive forces exist between whom, and repulsive forces exist between whom. Okay, so you can see very well that here, okay, by concept already you know that same charges repel each other, opposite charges attract each other. So where exists attraction, nucleus positive, electron negative, opposite charges will attract Na, Ea. These 2 will also attract. These 2 attraction. Is there any other attraction? Yes. When they come close to each other, nucleus of A starts attracting electron of B also, and nucleus of B starts attracting electron of A. Okay, anyhow opposite charges attract each other. So attractive forces I will write. Attractive forces exist between NaEA, NBEB, next NaEB, NBEA. Okay, like this attraction exists between nucleus and electron, whether same atom or different atom. Where exists the force of repulsion, students? Of course, same charges repel each other. So who will repel? Both nuclei positively charged, they will repel. Both electrons negatively charged, they will also repel. So repulsive forces I will write. Both nuclei will repel and both electrons will also repel. Is it? Yes. So what you can see that, of course, attractive forces and repulsive forces exist when two atoms approach each other, come close to each other, not when they are far away from each other. When they are far away from each other, that time no forces are existing. When they will approach, when they will come close to each other, that time attractive as well as repulsive forces starts to begin to operate. Attraction exists, repulsion also exists. So looking towards this, you can say very easily that, of course, though both forces are existing, magnitude of attractive forces is more than magnitude of repulsive forces. Is it? So I will write, but magnitude of attractive forces is more than repulsive forces. Therefore, both atoms more approach each other and get bonded. Bond is formed. Okay, like this H2 molecule is formed. Okay, what type of molecule? Stable molecule is formed. But during formation of this, some amount of energy is released. Of course, why release? Whenever something forms, okay, whenever a molecule forms, energy will be released. Why? Because we have seen that when atoms are there, atoms are unstable. Unstable always requires more energy. Now they have come close to each other, they have formed a bond, and so they have become stable. When they become stable, they need less energy. Extra amount of energy will be given out. Okay, and that energy is called as bond enthalpy. So here I wrote, atoms approach each other and get bonded and H2 molecule is formed. What type of molecule is formed? Stable molecule is formed. Energy is some amount of energy is released. Why some amount of energy is released? Because stable needs less energy. So whatever extra amount of energy the atoms were having, that energy is released. Okay, that energy is called bond enthalpy. Okay, so I hope students you understood very well how hydrogen molecule is formed by VBT theory. Okay, simple things are there. For this formation of hydrogen molecule, one graph is drawn. Okay, how that graph is drawn? See here. will plot the graph for formation of hydrogen molecule. In this graph, I will take energy on this axis. I am showing energy is increasing like this. This energy is measured in kilojoule per mole. Versus I will take internuclear distance. I will take internuclear distance. Okay, distance between two nuclei. Now see here, try to understand the graph. Okay. So when atoms are away from each other, I will show here atoms are little away from each other. Okay, here I will show. Here I will show atoms are very close. Okay, I hope the difference you are understanding in this graph. See student here. Here I have shown two hydrogen atoms little away from each other. Distance between two nuclei is more. Internuclear distance is taken on this axis and distance between two nuclei is more. What can you see student? When distance between nuclei is more, that time energy requirement is more. Okay, now next I will show here distance has been reduced. Two atoms are approaching each other. Distance between them is reduced. When distance is reduced, that time energy is also decreased. Okay, this was having little more energy. Now distance between them is reduced and energy is also reduced. And lastly, you can see here the bond is formed. They are most close to each other, and that time energy requirement is least. Is it? Energy requirement is very less here. So by this you should just understand that whenever atoms are away from each other, energy requirement is more. How they approach each other, when they will come close to each other, form the bond, that time energy requirement will be less. Okay. So student, next part of how overlapping of atomic orbital takes place and hybridization of atomic orbitals we'll see in our next video. Keep reading. See you.